What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and tomorrow is game day. The Indianapolis Colts, they take on the Miami Dolphins in Indianapolis. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the game, my key players, my keys to victory, and then I'll give you my prediction on who I believe is going to win and why. Now, before we get into the video, as you can tell, it's a different background. You can see my microwave. You can see my stove right over there, the air conditioning heater thing right over there as well. Reason being, my mic is dead and I can't really record where I normally would record. So until I get a new mic or just something different, this is what we're going to have to do for a little bit. So I do apologize for that. Now, before I get into the video, if you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also click the bell icon. That way you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like the video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There is a link in the description down below. So obviously, tomorrow it's the return of Anthony Richardson, which is awesome. I love that Anthony Richardson is coming back. Look, Joe Flacco did good things for the Colts. He went 2-1. He beat the Titans. He beat the Steelers when Richardson went down, lost to Jacksonville in Jacksonville. But look, we always lose there, so it's not really his fault, especially when he threw for, 359 yards. So it's not really his fault that they lost, but he played good for the team. But he's not the future. Anthony Richardson is the future. So getting Richardson back is good. You need him to play because you need to know, is Richardson going to be the guy? You got to see him develop as the season goes on to find out if he's going to be the guy or not. So I like that we're going to see Anthony Richardson back in this game. Miami's dealing with some issues. Tua's not playing. He's out. And that offense just does not look as good as it did with Tua. You know, like they're just not getting the ball where it needs to be as often. You know, the receivers aren't being used as much as you would like to see them be used. So Miami's definitely dealing with some issues. And as soon as Tua comes back, I do expect Miami's offense to get better. But right now, with Tua being out, they got some things to figure out. Now, I'm going to give you guys some key players. Then we'll move on to keys to victory after. And we're going to start off with Anthony Richardson. Again, the quarterback is always going to be a key player, no matter what, because the quarterback is the most important player on the team, definitely on offense. Anthony Richardson, he has to make good decisions. He has to play smart. He has to complete those small 5-yard passes that he was struggling with early on in the season as well as last year. So he's got to connect on those passes. If he can fix the short, intermediate type passing accuracy issues he has, I think we're going to see a lot of improvements when it comes to Anthony Richardson. Don't rush into anything. Just let the game come to you, you know, so he's definitely going to be a key player. My next key player, it's going to be Alec Pierce. We need Alec Pierce to get open because when he makes big plays, it's obviously good news for us, and he's very capable of making big plays every single week. In fact, he probably could have had 2 or 3 last week, but Joe Flacco missed him on 1 or 2, and then there's that pass interference as well. So he's going to be one of my key players in this game. The third key player I have is going to be, I'm going to go with Trey Sermon. We need to get that run game going. We need to get that run game cooking. So he's going to be one of my key players on the offense. No Jonathan Taylor. He's got to step up. He's got to make plays. So he's going to be one of my key players. Now, moving on to defense. First key player I'm going to go with is Kwity Paye. We need to create pressure on the edge. You know, I believe Laiatu Latu is going to do a good job when it comes to creating pressure. We need Kwity Paye to do the same as well. Because if Kwity Paye can get to the quarterback, cause Tyler Huntley to make some mistakes, I think we're looking at something good. So he's definitely going to be one of my key players in this game. The next key player I'm going to go with is going to be a linebacker. I'm going to go EJ Speed. He is questionable, but EJ Speed's going to play. We need him to have a better game than he did last week and really the last couple weeks. He's got to step up. He's got to make some plays. I fully believe Zaire Franklin is going to step up. We need that second linebacker to step up, and I believe that needs to be EJ Speed. Now, moving on to the final key player I have on defense, we're going to go with the secondary. I'm going to go with Jalen Jones. I believe Womack is going to play really well in this game. Same with Kenny Moore. It comes down to Jalen Jones. Okay, look, Tyler Huntley has struggled. We need him to make sure that Huntley doesn't have easy passes to, Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle or anybody else. So he's got to step up against anybody he's playing against. He's got to step up and make sure they don't have a good game. So Jalen Jones is going to be one of my key players. Now let's move on to keys to victory. My first key to victory on offense is going to be Anthony Richardson, take what the defense gives you. Okay? Don't force anything. Don't try to play hero ball. Just take what the defense gives you. Okay? You're going to have opportunities against Miami. So just take advantage of those opportunities, whether it be taking the deep shot, because you're going to have a couple of those, whether it be for Alec Pierce or maybe Ashton Doolin. So whether it's that, whether it's those short passes, the intermediate, the option, whatever it may be, take what the defense gives you. Don't force anything. Slide when you run. Slide, get out of bounds. Make sure you don't put yourself in danger, because when you put yourself in danger, you tend to get hurt. So that is obviously going to be one of my keys to victory when it comes to the offense. My next key to victory is simply this. We need our receivers to step up, and they need to give Anthony Richardson some opportunities. Okay, get open. Let Anthony Richardson find you. Okay, make sure you beat your man. Don't get covered. Stretch that ball down the field. And my third key to victory is going to be with the offensive line. Do your job. Offensive line has been very good this season, so they need to make sure they create some holes for the running backs to run through, give Anthony Richardson time to throw the football. Just continue to do what you've done, because this is one of the best offensive lines. If not, it's the best offensive line in the NFL. So just continue to do your thing. Don't let Miami beat you in the trenches, and I think we'll be in for a good day. Now, moving on to the defensive keys of victory. Key number one is force Tyler Huntley to make mistakes. Force him to throw that ball away. Get him to the ground. Force picks, whatever it may be. We need this defensive line to create pressure, and we need to create consistent pressure against Miami. My next key to victory is don't let their run game get going. They have a really good running back. Is it Achney? I can't pronounce his name. It's like Devin Achney, whatever it may be. Either way, don't let him get going. Don't let the run game in general get going, okay? Make sure you close those holes, fill them up. Make sure the running backs have a difficult time finding opportunities to get some chunk plays. Don't allow any chunk plays. Get them down 1 yard, 2 at the most, but get them down. Don't let them have a big day, because if you can force Miami to be in 3rd and long, you're looking pretty good. And key number 3, the secondary cannot get beat. Okay, Tyreek Hill is very capable of beating anybody we have in the secondary. He is one of the best, if not the best receiver in all of football. Super fast, very difficult to cover. Again, you're playing against Tyler Huntley. He's having issues taking advantage of those opportunities, so make sure you don't give him a bunch of those opportunities when it comes to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Cover them like a blanket. Keep everything in front of you. Don't let them get behind you consistently. Now we're going to move on to my prediction on who I believe is going to win and why. If Tua was playing in this game, I think this would be a much more difficult game. I think the fact that Tua hasn't played the last however many weeks, I think it shows you that Tua is a really good quarterback, and he really does fit this offensive scheme that they have in Miami. I'm going to go with the Colts, though. I think the Colts win this game. I'm going to say the Colts are going to win 27-13. I really don't see Miami doing much. Their offense isn't great. Tyler Huntley just not really working out right now for Miami. There's a cat that just jumped right over there. So yeah, 27-13, Indy wins the game. That's going to do it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. I've been Matt, Bleed Blue. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other 2 videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.